Well, it's that time, guys, and I think it's that time to kind of just put the nail in the coffin. LeSean McCoy. I think we've been over this probably a million times, and I just don't think that it's the right move to bring him back. I know he's been speculating a reunion in Philadelphia, and at this point, guys, it's over. It's done. Chip screwed up, obviously, but didn't screw up at the same time because, who knows if we would have this first ever Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl championship on our finger right now with all of Chip Kelly's mistakes. But down the road, you're seeing that, we've had issues at running back. We have brought in guys that could flourish here. Guys like Wendell Smallwood that has done well here, that progressively has done well here. Josh Adams, got his chance because of injury and now is a New York Jet that's not getting any playing time. Wendell Smallwood is pretty much a special teamer slash third running back behind Adrian Peterson right now. So on top of all that, it's over. It's a new era. We need to, if we didn't have, look, the past few years, we've been trying to pry LeSean McCoy from the Buffalo Bills. We've been trying, but the Buffalo Bills just did not want to give him up. They either wanted a lot for him or they just said, we're not giving him up, okay? He was a big cap number this past year, obviously, and then, signed with the Chiefs. Won a Super Bowl ring, obviously, but, didn't play. Andy Reid actually sat him out because they wanted to add some defensive lineman depth. So they pretty much sat him out, and he was pretty much a healthy scratch for the Super Bowl. So I know he wanted to play that game, but it is what it is, and that's just how the business works, unfortunately. But as of right now, LeSean McCoy, it's over. You know what I mean? If we didn't have a running back in the room right now that wasn't going to produce, if we didn't have Miles Sanders, if we didn't have Boston Scott, I would say let's bring him in. Obviously, you have Michael Warren, you got Elijah Holyfield. You got so many guys that are going to compete. Adrian Killens. I mean, you got so many guys competing for jobs this year. Now, I don't know if LeSean McCoy really has that much in the tank. I know when I watched him play a few games at Kansas City, yeah, he made some good runs. Offensive line was doing a fantastic job. But I think that just the era, it's done. Like, I think the Eagles just need to pry away from this and just leave it alone. It's just, he'll retire a Philadelphia Eagle. Nobody will take his number. He'll be a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? He's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? He's always going to be here, even though he's not here. You understand? But we need to move on. We need to. The youth movement is here with this team. This should have happened after the Super Bowl. Obviously, we should have got younger right after the Super Bowl. I think we could have been to the Super Bowl after 17. I thought 18 we had a huge shot. It pretty much was on one catch during the Saints game, and getting a good drive going. Okay, but I think the LeSean McCoy thing just needs to go. I think it's just, after this year, there's no way they're bringing anybody in. Not even as a backup. Some of you guys are saying, oh, just put him in the backup, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of said that earlier a few months ago. I said, oh, bring him in as a backup, whatever. But the Eagles need to start playing the young guys. That's what the Eagles started doing last year. And the only reason why we were doing it was because of injuries. We had no choice but to throw players, in the fire. You know what I mean? And Boston Scott gets his chance at the end of the year, and look what he does. You know what I mean? An open field running back that can catch passes out of the backfield and go off for passes, and you put him to the outside and can outrun pretty much, the first wave of a defense and get an easy first down. Okay, keep him in open space. You have running backs right now that can go out for passes, catch the ball out of the backfield with both Miles Sanders and Boston Scott, which I'm very proud of. But if we didn't, draft Miles Sanders, honestly, I thought he would have been a 1,000-yard back in 2019. But, we didn't use him either that much. Jordan Howard gets, a bunch of guys get hurt. Jordan Howard gets hurt, and this is what happens. They're drafting guys high, but they're not playing them because they're putting veterans in front of them, or they're just not knowing what to do. But last year was last year. Obviously, Mike Groh and Carson Walsh with the receivers, and it's just everything was so screwed up last year. But the LeSean McCoy rumors have to go away. I think you guys just need to just let it go because it's done, guys. We're trying to get our second ring, and I hope we do, and we really need it. We really need to get our second. We need to go get our second ring this year in 2020. Okay, I think we have a very promising team this year. I think there's a lot going on. I think it's all about now we need to put the pieces together. Okay, do I think we have the perfect roster? No, but do I think other teams are a lot worse than we are right now? Definitely, 100%. But the one thing that the Eagles have is resiliency, and this team has been resilient year after year after year. Okay, when our backs are against the wall, we bite, we don't give up, and we fight. No matter who's on the field. Obviously, you saw that at the end of last year, okay? Which I wasn't thinking that it was going to happen. But when we had young guys on the field and we had some of these guys on the field, a brand new offense with no Aguilar, no Jeffrey, no nothing. It was like a breath of fresh air, like a new receiver core. Even though they're off the street guys, like it was so much fun because all these guys are on the field right now are getting their chance, have not played on a televised game on the field for longer than a few plays. You know, guys are getting their chances, and they were just eating it and doing such a good job. So when it comes to LeSean McCoy, not to go off topic or anything, but when it comes to LeSean McCoy, it's done, guys. Like, we need to move on. Obviously, we didn't win a Super Bowl with that roster that we did have. We had a lot of personalities on that team back when we had Macklin, Deshaun, and the rest of these guys. Had a lot of personality. We had great offensive lines. We've had a leading rusher, but we've had really bad defenses in the coming years. So we just need to let it go. And that's pretty much it, because I'm pretty much done with it. I hate reading about it. It's just over and it's done with. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about LeSean McCoy coming back, or what is your difference, if you agree or don't agree with me, whatever it is. Let me know. And I'll see you guys later. Shake squad up. Fly, I'll slide.